Learning objectives. After studying this learning module, students will be able to explain the concept of directing and its importance in business organizations, understand the principles guiding directing process, explain the meaning of supervision and its importance, explain the meaning of motivation and its importance in business management, understand and explain Maslow's theory of hierarchy of needs and its applications to motivation of employees in an organization. Explain the financial and non-financial incentives through which managers motivate their employees. Explain the concept of leadership and its importance in management. Describe the qualities of a good leader. Explain about formal and informal communications in the organizations, and identify various barriers to effective communications and measures to overcome these barriers in the organizations. Meaning and importance. Directing. The term directing refers to the process of instructing, guiding, counseling, motivating, and leading people in the organization to achieve its objectives. It is found in every levels of an organization. Importance of directing. If we consider an organization as a human body, the function of directing is considered to be the heart. The following points will explain how and why it is important. Initiates action. Directing helps an organization and sets it into action. The purpose of direction is to activate the employees to work towards the achievement of the organizational goals. Integrates efforts. Direction helps the managers to set goals and direct their subordinates towards the goals through the proper and timely guidelines. It also helps the firm to coordinate the efforts of different departments. Means of motivation. Timely motivation is the driving force of an employee. A manager makes use of the element of motivation here to improve the performances of subordinates. Motivation is also helpful for the subordinates to give the best of their abilities. Efficient utilization of resources. Direction function enables the subordinates to get clear about the role and duties in an organization. This helps in maximum possible utilization of resources of men, machine, materials and money, which helps in reducing costs and increasing profits. Provides stability. Direction ensures stability of the firm with the help of 4 tools or elements of direction function: persuasive leadership, effective communication, strict supervision, and efficient motivation. Principles of directing. Certain well-defined principles guide the directing process and reduce the complexity of the directing function. Important among them are discussed below. Maximum individual contribution. This principle emphasizes that directing techniques must help every individual in the organization to contribute to his maximum potential for achievement of organizational objectives. Unity of command. This principle insists that a person in the organization should receive instructions from one superior only. If instructions are received from more than one, it creates confusion, conflict, and disorder in the organization. Harmony of objectives. This principle states that good directing should provide harmony by convincing that employee rewards and work efficiency are complementary to each other. Managerial communication. Effective managerial communication across all the levels in the organization makes direction effective. Directing should convey clear instructions to create total understanding to subordinates. Leadership. While directing the subordinates, managers should exercise good leadership as it can influence the subordinates positively without causing dissatisfaction among them. Supervision. Control of human resources is most important of all. This is done through the process of supervision. Supervision is the activity of overseeing the subordinates at work to ensure that the work is performed as required. Importance of supervision. Better managerial relation. Supervisor maintains day-to-day contact and maintains friendly relations with workers. A good supervisor acts as a guide, friend, and philosopher to the workers. Link between workers and management. Supervisor acts as a link between workers and management. He conveys management ideas to the workers on one hand and workers' problems to the management on the other. Unity among workers. Supervisor plays a key role in maintaining group unity among workers placed under his control. He sorts out internal differences and maintains harmony among workers. Attainment of targets. Supervisor ensures performance of work according to the targets set. He takes responsibility for task achievement and motivates his workers effectively. Training to the workers. Supervisor provides good on-the-job training to the workers and employees. A skilled and knowledgeable supervisor can build an efficient team of workers. Influence workers. A supervisor influences his subordinates to achieve goals through his leadership. A supervisor with good leadership qualities can build up high morale among workers. Better feedback system. An ideal supervisor is supposed to analyze the work of his team and gives proper feedback to them. A better feedback system ensures that employees are aware of their performance and their limitations where they want to work upon. Motivation. Motivation is an important boosting element for a man to move forward. The word motivation can be defined as the process of stimulating people to action to accomplish desired goals. Motivation depends upon satisfying needs of people. Features of motivation. Motivation is an internal feeling. The factors which inspires people to move forward is always coming from one's internal influence. Goal-directed behavior. Motivation is a goal-directed behavior. For instance, promotion or salary hike given to the employee is with the motive to improve his performance. Motivation can be either positive or negative. Motivation can be positive or negative. Positive motivation may be in the form of promotion and negative can be in the form of punishment. Both is aimed at improving employee performance. Complex process. Expectations and perceptions of each individual makes motivation process more complex. If the reward is not meeting up to the expectation level, then the desired result may not be achieved. Importance of motivation. Helps to improve employees' performance level. A motivated employee can perform much better than that of a dissatisfied employee. Change in attitudes. Motivation helps to change negative attitudes to positive energy. This will help the firm to attain its targets more easily. Reduce employee turnover. Employee turnover happens because of the dissatisfaction and frustrations of employees. Timely motivation helps to reduce frustration levels and result will be the stability in the staff ratio. Reduce absenteeism. Major reasons for absenteeism are bad working conditions, inadequate rewards, lack of recognition and the like. If these factors are taken into consideration, the employees will get motivated and absent rate will be lower. Maslow's need hierarchy theory. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a theory in psychology proposed by Abraham Maslow in his 1943 paper, A Theory of Human Motivation, in Psychological Review. In his need hierarchy theory, Maslow divided human needs into 5 basic categories. Physiological needs. These are the physical requirements for human survival. If these requirements are not met, the human body cannot function properly and will ultimately fail. Physiological needs are thought to be the most important. They should be met first. Without them, the other needs cannot follow up. Safety needs. Once person's physiological needs are nearly satisfied, the safety need will take place. In the absence of physical safety due to war, natural disasters, family violence, etc., the people may experience stress and fear. Social needs. Human being is a social animal. After physiological and safety needs are fulfilled, the third level of human needs is interpersonal and involves feelings of belongingness. Social needs include need for family, friendship, siblings, and all. Esteem needs. Esteem needs are ego needs or status needs. Develop a concern with getting recognition, status, importance, and respect from others. All humans have a need to feel respected. This includes the need to have self-esteem and self-respect. Esteem presents the typical human desire to be accepted and valued by others. People often engage in a profession or hobby to gain recognition. Self-actualization. This level of need refers to what a person's full potential is and the realization of that potential. Maslow describes this level as the desire to accomplish everything that one can and the desire to get acknowledged by others. Concept of leadership. Leadership is an inevitable element of every business organization. Leadership is the process of influencing the behavior of people by making them strive voluntarily towards achievement of organizational goals. It is the ability of an individual to maintain good interpersonal relations with followers and motivate them to contribute for achieving organizational objectives. Importance of leadership. Leadership is a key factor in making any organization successful. History reveals that many times difference between success and failure of an organization is the quality of its leadership. Creation of positive energy. A good leader is an energizer and creates a positive energy. Leadership influences the behavior of people and makes them to positively contribute their energies for the benefit of the organization. Maintaining good relations. A leader maintains personal relations and helps followers in fulfilling their needs. He provides needed confidence, support, and encouragement, and thereby creates congenial work environment. Adaptation of changes. Leader plays a key role in introducing required changes in the organization. He persuades, clarifies, and inspires people to accept changes wholeheartedly. Thus, he overcomes the problem of resistance to change from the employees. Handling of conflicts. A good leader always allows his followers to ventilate their feelings and disagreement, but persuades them by giving suitable clarifications to overcome the conflicts. Training to subordinates. Leader provides training to their subordinates. A good leader always builds up his successor and helps in smooth succession process. Qualities of a good leader. A good leader is a guide, inspiration, and a motivator. Such leaders are the keystone for the success of every organization. Are there any common traits applicable to all good leaders? How many such qualities should a leader possess to be successful? Physical features. A good leader must have an attractive personality and appearance. Physical features like height, weight, health, appearance determine the physical personality of an individual. Knowledge. This is the key factor in which any leader is supposed to have. A leader without proper knowledge is a curse than a blessing for an organization. A good leader should have required knowledge and competence. Only such person can instruct subordinates correctly and influence them. Integrity. A leader should possess high level of integrity and honesty. He should be a role model to others regarding the ethics and values. Initiative. A leader should have courage and initiative. He should not wait for opportunities come to his way. Rather, he should grab the opportunity and use it to the advantage of organization.
Self-confidence. A leader should have high level of self-confidence. He should not lose his confidence even in most difficult times. His high confidence level can boost his subordinates and help them to step forward in difficulties. Communication skills. A leader should be a good communicator. He should have the capacity to clearly explain his ideas and make the people to understand his ideas.
Motivation skills. A leader should be an effective motivator. He should understand the needs of people and motivate them through satisfying their needs. Communication. Generally, it is understood as a process of exchange of ideas, views, facts, feelings, etc. between or among people to create common understanding. Formal communication. Formal communication flows through official channels designed in the organization chart. This communication may take place between a superior and subordinate, a subordinate and superior, or among same cadre employees or managers. Informal communication. Communication that takes place without following the formal lines of communication is said to be informal communication. Informal system of communication is generally referred to as the grapevine because it spreads throughout the organization with its branches going out in all directions. Elements of communication process. Communication is a two-way process which involves one sender and receiver. However, communication process will be completed only it combines various other elements too. Sender. Sender means person who conveys his thoughts or the ideas to the receiver. He is the source of communication. Message. It is the content of ideas, feelings, suggestions, order, etc. intended to be communicated. Encoding. It is the process of converting the message into communication symbols such as words, pictures, gestures, etc. Media. It is the path through which encoded message is transmitted to receiver. The channel may be in written form, face-to-face, phone call, internet, etc. Decoding. It is the process of converting encoded symbols of the sender. Receiver. The person who receives communication of the sender. Feedback. It includes all those actions of receiver indicating that he has received and understood message of sender. Noise. Noise means some obstruction or hindrance to communication. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned in this module. Directing is a crucial managerial process specially designed to empower subordinates to perform efficiently. Supervision is an element of direction. It can be understood as a process as well as the functions performed by supervisor. Motivation is the process of stimulating people to action to accomplish desired goals of organization. It is an internal feeling of an individual and leads to goal-directed behavior. Maslow's need hierarchy theory classifies the human needs into 5 categories depending on its urgency. They are physiological need, safety needs, social needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization needs. Leadership plays an incredible role behind the success of an enterprise. It is one of finest processes of influencing people to strive willingly for group objectives. Communication